skeletal muscle alanine?
It refers to alanine produced in the skeletal muscle.
So, what is alanine and its function?
Alanine is a non-essential amino acid that is produced in our body. So, if you want to know more about it, let's get into the metabolic pathway of alanine first.
There are two sides of action where the glucose-alanine cycle happens, the muscle and the liver. First, the cycle starts in the skeletal muscle, which is the largest organ in the human body. Alanine is produced in the skeletal muscle and then released into the bloodstream to be transported to the liver, where it serves as a precursor for gluconeogenesis. Skeletal muscle is also a key site for catabolic conditions. The cycle begins when glucose enters the muscle via the GLUT4 transporter for glycolysis. During glycolysis, glucose is broken down into pyruvate, which is then converted into alanine. Alanine not only carries nitrogen, but also acts as a precursor for gluconeogenesis. But how does this step occur? This process is linked to protein breakdown in the muscle. Protein breakdown occurs in the muscle, especially during catabolic conditions such as exercise, stress, or starvation. During this process, proteins are broken down into amino acids such as leucine. These amino acids undergo transamination, where their amino group is transferred to alpha-ketoglutarate, forming glutamate, which acts as the main nitrogen carrier within the muscle. Glutamate now formed acts as a carrier of nitrogen within the muscle. It donates its amino group to pyruvate through another transamination reaction, forming alanine. This reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme alanine aminotransferase (ALT). Alanine then carries nitrogen, which is originally from glutamate and pyruvate, to the liver for removal. We will discuss nitrogen removal in more detail later. Next, in the liver, alanine undergoes a reverse transamination reaction, donating its amino group back to alpha-ketoglutarate, forming glutamate and pyruvate. This reaction is also catalyzed by alanine aminotransferase (ALT). Glutamate then undergoes oxidative deamination, releasing ammonia, which enters the urea cycle for detoxification and excretion. Meanwhile, pyruvate is used as a substrate for gluconeogenesis to produce glucose. The glucose produced in the liver is released into the bloodstream and transported back to the muscle, where it can be used for energy production and metabolic processes, completing the cycle.
Then, we will continue to proceed with the next part, which is nitrogen removal. Have you ever wondered how your body removes toxic nitrogen safely? Let's explore the fascinating role of alanine and the urea cycle in this process. In the liver, free ammonia, which is released during protein breakdown, is combined with carbon dioxide in the urea cycle to form urea, a non-toxic compound. This urea is transported to the kidneys and excreted through urine, effectively removing excess nitrogen from the body. Through this efficient system, alanine ensures the energy production continues, while the urea cycle prevents toxic ammonia buildup. It's a perfect balance between muscle and liver, working together to maintain nitrogen and energy homeostasis. Now you know what skeletal muscle alanine is?
Yes, to conclude, the role of alanine is for nitrogen transport and energy production. In short, alanine serves as a safe carrier of nitrogen in bloodstream to prevent the accumulation of toxic ammonia, and alanine serves as precursor for gluconeogenesis in muscle for energy production.